Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Welcome to Activated Morning. This is Ari Shaw speaking. I'm here with the beautiful Roleza Samuel and the
Hey,
always beautiful Christal Oliver.
Oliver.
Not Oliver,
Oliver.
sorry.
Oliver.
Not Huggins. Oliver.
Oliver
The-
this morning. Yes, good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning, Ari. Good morning, Roleza. Good morning to the folks in SVG, the rest of the region, the rest of the world, extraterrestrial, and underwater, as usual.
what you
First,
Yeah, I'm
you're
waiting for
okay?
Roleza to say good morning, too.
Yeah, that's well. Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and hope everybody's doing having a good day so far. I know it's only 8 o'clock, so some of you your day may not have necessarily started as yet, but let's hope that we'll be able to brighten your day just a little bit.
but before we start, I just want to go over the searchlight midweek.
Okay.
Headlines quickly, which is teachers union tells problematic parent to stay off school premises. I wonder what that's about. Sandals Resort seeks new superstars at job fair this week. Gonzalez decries broken global political economy in address to the United Nations. Old Montrose man on trial for allegedly shooting his neighbor to death. Burglar with 21 previous convictions asks court for mercy. Shopping center opens at Glen to house prime recipients. North Leeward School dominate 2023 Wrong the Town Road Relay. There's more sports, Prime the Pump, Physicians Weekly, and Kitchen Corner. Searchlight, journalism you can trust. Check us out online at searchlight.vc. No, it's just searchlight.vc. So yeah,
All right.
Yeah, don't forget to check out their YouTube stories as well. They have some quite
they
interesting
have
ones.
YouTube stories. That's cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
and reminded to the producer of that new series that they started. Well, only one
Crime.
episode came out. So to the
Cold case.
cold case
Mhm.
files. So to the producer, I'll probably send him another personal message. Yeah, we're waiting the second episode. All right. So yeah, I really do look forward to those.
Same.
No comment there.
Yeah.
No
No, I
comment.
don't know. It's
But stay
interesting.
tuned.
It's
Stay
interesting.
tuned.
It's interesting because there's a lot of unsolved mysteries. A lot.
I think perhaps too many, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's for another morning. Quite
mhm.
some interesting headlines coming from Searchlight as well.
This week.
And before we continue, I just want to say a happy birthday to a friend of mine. Today is the 26th. We have been friends for a very, very long time. So I'm just saying happy birthday to Telsia Tammy John. I call your whole government name.
On
All
air.
right, on air. So just saying happy birthday to Tammy, and I'm hoping that you're going to have a really, really great one today. We sent birthday greetings to her already, and she has not responded, so
Oh.
she must be having a good
Oh yeah,
morning.
like
All right,
1,000 messages coming in on your WhatsApp.
all right. So morning,
All
Tammy.
right. Big
Happy
up Tommy
birthday.
this today.
Sounds like she's gonna be upset with you for calling.
That's all right. We get into these facts, but just about every week, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Friends
So
of us spats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's how you keep the friendship going.
yeah,
By having spats.
yeah. Just
so a little spicy. I got a
Yeah.
little thing.
Just
Can I have a
little
pot
dip-
with a little curry in it or something?
and differences of opinion. I always say the group of friends that I have, sometimes people say that I'm very opinionated about things.
Mhm.
And then when I look at the group of friends that I have, I'm like, no wonder. Because we're
We're
all
all-
the same, you know?
Birds of a feather.
Yeah. So yeah, this flock has been together for a while.
Mhm.
You know, we still youngish, but we've been together a while. So
What's ish?
Yeah.
That's-
Let me
stop
leave.
it.
I done.
Stop
I done.
it.
What we should do is, it was last week or a week before when we having our village competition, and I was saying
Ah,
Glen could
talk
never
about that.
win anything.
Mm.
Look at what is happening now. There's a new market in Glen.
Mm.
To house
Oh, I see what you did there.
the
I see what
prime
you did there.
recipients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even before we go to that topic,
Mhm.
I saw a flyer yesterday with regards to the best village competition. Right. So just to update everybody, the deadline for entry is October 6th. There will be categories such as best flower garden, best kept street, best community spirit, and then there's overall best village winner. And there is up to $10,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Registration forms are available at the Department of Culture and CDC office. All right. So, and there's no registration fee.
Where's the Department of Culture? That's opposite the Adventist Church in
I think in
Kingston.
that building.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes. In
okay.
that building. So yeah, that's just an update.
First floor, you go up the steps
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Good morning, culture. Good morning. All right, so let's move on to Glen. Good morning, Glen and surrounding areas. A big grin on my face this morning because yesterday they had an official opening ceremony for, I think there are a total of 6 shops at that center there, and of course bathrooms. Very neat. I know one of the shops is Maxi's Barbershop, and there are 5 others. First of all, congratulations to all the recipients. I'm not sure how many persons were lined up to take advantage of that,
Mhm.
or available to be offered the opportunity in the area. But I think it's a really good move for the community of Glen, because I mean everything else you have to go to town for, or maybe go to Caliocor.
Mhm.
In the beginning,
In the
there was
beginning.
in the beginning there was quite a bit of backlash because that same area, what we call the laundry, persons from the community used to play football on that little piece of land there,
Mhm.
and some people were quite upset that they
Took
were
over,
going
yeah.
to take that away now.
Football field.
But I mean, the a quick solution was that there's a playing field in Caliocor, and put an
Mhm.
asterisk on that. Asterisk. There's a playing field in Caliocor that you could just walk to. It's about 5 minutes walk from Glen.
Mhm.
I am hoping that it spills off to something else, to something greater for all the recipients, that people in the community will continue to patronize these businesses, and it can continue to uplift the community of Glen. I, relatively speaking, Glen is um, quite a diverse area. Let me put it that way. And we have a school, we have a mobile police station, we have, it's more industrialized now than it used to be. We have about 2 distribution centers that will do snacks and like detergents and things. We have churches, we have little shops, people do the little roast and barbecue, 2 different things. Did I mention the school? Yes, the school.
Mhm.
The school that's called Fairhall Government School, smack in the middle of Glen. Don't understand that. But hey, and that school is actually a very inclusive school because they include students who have like autism and certain
Okay.
developmental challenges. And, that is something to emulate, hopefully, within the rest of the school system. But let me go back to the hopes. Hoping that it spills off to something greater, and that people actually patronize the businesses so that they could be like really, really successful. I don't know how you guys feel about hearing this or seeing it happen. I know Glenn has a sort of stigma. Um, so trying to move away from that too. Yes, Ari.
I'm a fan of progress.
Mm-hmm.
And I always love to see these struggling communities.
Oh gosh.
Struggling, my lord. Listen to the
Oh
Listeners,
my
scriptures.
I am joking. I am joking.
goodness. I
I
don't think
am
you are.
joking. Just remember where
It's
it
simple a
stemmed
little too
from.
easy.
Just
Yeah?
remember where it stemmed from. I believe that Kittles is the best community. But okay, our jokes aside, I am happy to see these sort of programs being implemented in villages like Glen. Usually there's a stigma around Glen.
Mm-hmm.
People are usually afraid to do certain things. So all the things that you mentioned, I'm very happy to hear them happening.
Mm-hmm.
And the Prime Grant was already a great initiative. And to have that there and these new flourishing businesses, I really hope that these businesses can then uplift this community or the area that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me and Christal, El Katha says good morning to you.
Good morning there.
All right. And listeners, remember that this is an interactive program. You can WhatsApp us at 457-9994, or call us on air if you wish to go live and let's hear your lovely voices. It's 457-9997. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So with that being said, Prime. Now let's start with the opening of the shops. And I am, again, as I'm echoing the sentiments and the thoughts of everybody, well, Christal and Ari so far, that I'm happy to see that the shops are being opened. Apart from, let's say, just persons coming to the shops to patronize the businesses, I am happy to see the opening of a separate facility because when I think of somebody like myself, my business was started in my bedroom, right? And then I was able to elevate. No, Ari, not in
I
that
didn't say
context.
anything.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
say
Okay,
anything.
let's-
I didn't say anything. I
let's-
did not say anything. Could you tell the listeners what this business is? Because we don't hear a lot of bedroom businesses. That's not common.
Listeners, I
That
am
is not
so-
common.
Listeners, I so apologize.
I was trying to keep a straight face, right? When she said that, I'm like,
My business
Straight business.
started in my
I'm
bedroom.
like, thank God I know what it is.
Roleza Samuel, business for your bedroom.
For the sake of clarity, make a shameless plug, please.
All right.
What time is
Listeners,
it?
Listen,
I need a
while we
pen.
catch ourselves and Roleza tell us what our bedroom business is, so let's pay some bills quickly.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a whole new world out there. Reaching new customers and getting products faster. That's what it's all about. Ocean freight rates are skyrocketing, so don't pay more for slower service. It's time to switch to faster, more reliable air cargo service with SkyMax Cargo. Up to 3 flights weekly to and from the USA, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean islands. Providing excellent import, export, and e-commerce solutions to put you ahead of the competition. For special low rates on small packages and air cargo, contact SkyMax today. 784-456-5400. Local agents SwiftPack Interbrand Cargo. Call 784-456-5400 to book your shipments today.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Do you want to feel clean or refreshed after using the bathroom, whether at home, work, or play? Welcome to My Smart Toilet Seats. All of our products wash your private parts after using the bathroom without the use of your hands. Let's hear what our national table tennis champion, Damian Dublin, has to say.
I tried it and it works. There are 4 options. Simply add an attachment to your existing toilet seat, or choose a non-electric seat, or better, an electric seat that washes and dries you with warm water and air. Lastly, get a complete smart toilet that also flushes itself. What are you waiting for? Get your smart toilet seat today. Be smart, be refreshed, be clean, be a winner like me.
Our smart toilet seat is available throughout St. Vincent at retail outlets with the orange flags. You can call us at 457-1703 or visit our website at justwashit.vc.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a night of music, a celebration, and pure Caribbean vibes. We have a spectacular event coming your way that you won't want to miss. On October the 26th, starting at 9 p.m., join us at Pier 1 in Villa Caliacua as we celebrate SVG's independence in style. We've got a star-studded lineup that is going to light up the night. So introducing internationally renowned, the sensational Judy Boucher, who will be gracing our stage, serenading us with her timeless melodies.
Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser.
And joining her is the ABC of Calypso himself, Alston Beckett Cyrus, bringing you the very best of Caribbean rhythms. And that's not all. Ron Pumpy will be there, filling the air with his infectious energy. And soca sensations Madzard and Chilville will keep you dancing all night long. Plus, we've got our top local DJs spinning the hottest tracks to keep the party going until the early hours. This is the event of the year, the celebration of SVG's independence like you've never seen before. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now. Join us at Pier 1 in Villa Caliacua on October the 26th, starting at 9 p.m. It is going to be a night to remember. Brought to you by the experts in entertainment and brought to life by the heart and soul of the Caribbean. See you there.
All right, and we're back. We have to remind ourselves that we're adults and we should conduct ourselves as adults. And
And right now, I'm looking at them with some side eyes because even other persons are messaging me asking me what kind of business I have in my
hey,
bedroom.
you said it.
Right?
The TikTok bombastic.
So let me just clarify, right?
Please.
So I have a business that's called Romax, and it started with with vehicle accessories. So that's the business that I started in my room, right? And after I've been able to quote unquote elevate in terms of having it in a separate space. So to get back to the point now,
Yes.
of the prime shops that have been established is that, so apart from persons going to these businesses to patronize their products and services, I'm looking at that from the angle of a person such as myself who currently at a stage where I need to take that business out of my home in order to be able to get extra space and in order to be able to create employment for other persons, right? So having a physical location that's outside of your bedroom, outside of your house, and in this case, outside of Kingston, I am appreciative of hearing something like this happening because at least now with these persons, they may be able to employ other persons, especially if it's been a business that started in a domestic instance.
Okay.
Right. So that was the point that I was getting at.
Awesome. So let me just give you a rundown of the shops that are available. Well, the shops that are there. There's a barber shop. There's a hair salon. A computer repair shop. You can pay your bills. Lotto, a miscellaneous shop. There's a nail. Oh yeah, boy. A nail salon and a clothing store. I forgot to mention that Glen. Well, they said Glen Villa, but mental health rehabilitation center is also in Glen. And I think there's a lady that sells clothing as well. There is a lady that sells clothing in Glen.
The college is at Glen?
College is in Villa. Don't ask me where the boundary is, but I've always been told the college is in Villa.
Okay, no question.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just like how I'm very confused that Fair Hall housing scheme is in the middle of Glen. Above that is Glen, and below that is Glen. But it's just like a dot. Anyways, leave that alone.
We need a line.
Yeah. There is, but might have to call the respective department. Now, I don't want to say the negatives, but I was hearing some people speak about the initiative yesterday. One of the concerns that there is
The prime initiative or the opening of the shops?
the shops in Glen is whether or not these businesses are destined for failure because of the location, whether or not they can make a profit enough to sustain the business and themselves, as in to pay the rent and to pay the utilities and to pay themselves and their other expenses. People think that Glen is not as small as we might think. A lot of people live Glen. Glen alone has maybe like 6 or 7 buses at one time that's running throughout the community. And sometimes it's difficult to even get a van at certain times, naturally, with any bus. But I don't have to hope or to say or to be, I want to be optimistic with it, that they are going to be successful businesses, all 6 of them. And if they're not, then that's something that maybe the individual business could look internally and consider and see where they might have fallen short.
Well, I think because I look at it even with the quote unquote plazas that we have in town, a big building that has a lot of other businesses contained within it. A lot of it to me always goes back to marketing, right? In that I think that the owner could probably have either the owner or the businesses can come together and have a social media person to do the marketing of the businesses, to encourage more persons to come to the establishment. Because what I realize is that there are a lot of, you pass a lot of buildings in town, there are a lot of businesses within them, but unless it's that particular business doing the marketing for themselves, then you don't know what all is contained or what all businesses are contained within these plazas or within these building complexes. And I think the same could probably be done in the context of the prime shops. I'm not sure if it's almost as if I feel that the building itself should be coined, given a different name. But for now, we call it the prime shops. The facility that houses these, it could just go back to marketing, right? You let persons know what's there. Either the businesses come together and they have one social media person, or and I'm going to delve a little bit into the aspects of prime. I know that we're talking about the prime shops, but a little bit of prime as well. In that, I think prime gets a lot of heat from many within society. I have always viewed it as a good initiative. But one of the challenges that I've always had with it, and again, I'm not opposed to the prime program, but one of the challenges that I've always had with it, and maybe to help to combat some of the negativity that persons throw towards it, is that I've always felt that the prime program itself, they can probably implement and I think sometimes it's just simple things like using social media. Recipients of the prime grant. Number one, persons after the second list came out did not know who were the beneficiaries of the grant. And yes, I know there were reasons given for why this did not happen. Apart from maybe the biased views towards it or the commerce aspect towards it that persons are delving on, I really don't care about that point. What it is that I care most about is knowing what businesses we have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines so that I can be able to patronize these businesses. And I think that even from the extension of the committee or whoever, you can utilize your social media pages to be able to advertise these businesses that were recipients of the grant, because many persons don't know who were these recipients. And as of intention, and as we said, as a news clip that was played earlier this morning by the Minister of Finance, who said that before we go to Amazon, let's know who we have here so that we can support these businesses, right? So it's one thing for, yes, the prime shops to be open, and I'm offered, and at least Christal has mentioned the businesses or the types of businesses that are going to be in these shops. I would love to see something similar set up in the different communities also, although again, as I go back to a thing that I keep saying here, in terms of stats, what were the statistics or how many persons within the different constituencies benefited from the grant? Is it a case where these shops can be open in different constituencies? Was that the intention? So that we can have something similar happening to encourage local support in the context of village constituency, and then by extension, national support.
Yeah, before I comment on this, I have to ask, where exactly is the prime shop?
The laundry. No, let me explain that.
In Glen, you mean?
Yeah,
in Glen.
In Glen.
So depends on which direction you are coming from. If you're coming from Villa, so you'll come from the College Gap, come straight across, At the end of that road, you could either go left to go up to the school or to go over to Fountain, or you can go right to go back. Glen is such a
Over to
interesting.
OSV.
Go over to
that road.
OSV
Okay.
side, or even go to Fair Hall and Fabe and Passion, so on. So it's at that junction there on the left hand side.
Okay.
That's what you call the laundry, because they literally had a laundry there. Still there, a little shed now with a pipe
Yeah,
and so on that people could access.
I don't think that's a bad location.
It's kind of central.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
central.
that's almost like the Glen official bus stop, unofficial official
Yeah,
bus
there's a
stop.
lot of traffic there, and on top of that, it's right at the place where a lot of people go to OSV. A lot of people are in the Calico area. That road is a very familiar road to
Yeah.
motorists. And then there is the college, like 2 minutes driving. The college is 2 minutes away. I feel like generally, before we wrap up this topic, I feel like generally Vincentians go where they want to go. So going back to Roleza's point, if there is proper marketing for the prime shop, I believe that the patronage will appear. And the more that people hang out there, the more that these businesses advertise themselves, I believe that it can go into what you're asking, something in each community, because there are a lot of young entrepreneurs out there.
A lot.
And I'm pretty sure we could find at least 5 in each village or community. Or 6.
Now, to the initial comment with the criticism that I shared with you. Now, it's not just Glen. There's Villa, there's Fabe and Pastoral, there's Fountain. There are places within the community, well, close to the community, that you could always come over and patronize the businesses. The college is right down the road. You can easily, if you need to come up to get your hair trimmed, easily take a bus or walk. Some students, sometimes I see the students walk up and get your hair cut instead of having to go all the way to town. Just
There's also
come to Glen.
that little spot where the van drivers and different vehicle owners hang out there, where the guy resprays and does different work.
Yeah, so we have a
it's
mechanic shop.
Yeah.
We have restaurants as well. People sell food in the community.
Yeah, it's not a
We
bad
got
location.
OSB on the other side. We got towing business on the other side as well. I think people find excuses for things they don't want. And if you don't want it there, then I mean that's up to you.
Listen,
But people are gonna benefit from it.
Everything you always face is criticism. So it's fine. I think it's a great initiative, and I really hope it works out for these small business owners.
You mentioned having a central location where people could go to find out who the local businesses, right? I know some time ago, Kenna, now I can't remember her surname, but Kenna had a business called Link Up, and it used to bring together like small businesses. You advertise, you see what they're offering, and so I'm not sure if it still exists, because it was a bit of a challenge to get people on board. There are similar businesses that offer this service as well. I think Sinas, boy, the plugs this morning, buddy, plugs. It's all good. Sinas Hines had started something similar as well. But then to get people on board as well, because it's gonna cost and people don't want to spend the money. I'm not too sure if this is something in terms of offering it to prime recipients solely, if it's something that's going to spill off to other communities. If it's just specific to Glen, then I could understand the need for it. And like you said, I hope it's something that other communities or other constituencies can take on board. I know Georgetown has a mall. North Union also has a market. It's right at the corner there. I'm not sure what is happening on the Leeward side. I'm not sure, but there's nothing to say that, like, private investors can't come together and, think of something. There's nothing that says that somebody cannot come up with a great idea or initiative to solve the problem, because that's what business is, that's what life is. You have problems, you come up with a solution. There's nothing that's stopping anybody from starting a business in a bedroom as well.
Absolutely nothing. It could get you very far.
A stepping stone. So all the best to all the businesses.
Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Oh, you were going to. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
Just no, before we wrap up, just wanted to say good morning to Mr. Byron. He says people will find your prices and products are reasonable. Much agreed. G says, good morning, kings and queens. He says, yeah, Glen is on the map, but he rolls his eyes. So I guess that's for Christal.
Yeah.
Crystal,
Hey,
before we
what's
wrap
up?
up this topic, what is a Glen?
What?
She said Glen, Gynn. And
No.
I usually hear people from your area say that. What is a Glen?
It's just like Kelakwa.
Qualaqua.
Prospect. Sight Rivers. George Town. Come on.
All right.
Let me
So we're gonna pay some bills and we hop right onto a new topic. So bear with us.
I was looking for a